Will take over first and 10 on their own 20-yard line.
Good evening and welcome here. Good evening and welcome here to Brady Street Stadium, where it's Davenport North against Clinton. Clinton with the football. I formation here on this first play from scrimmage. And on the first carry of the football game for Clinton is Kevin Hart. Hard gain of 4 on that play to the 24-yard line. 2nd and 6 coming up for the River Kings, just underway here. I'm Mike Coquit from Fox Sports Radio 1230. Glad to be bringing you this game here tonight from Brady Street Stadium. Little stoppage of play there, but now we're ready to resume, just underway. Kevin Hart in their victory last week for the River Kings over Davenport West, had over 100 yards rushing. 2nd and 6 from the 24. Again, that's a give to Kevin Hart between the tackle. Justin Harper making the tackle there for Davenport North's defense. Clinton in week number 1 beat Davenport West 33-18, while Davenport North coming off of a 38-0 loss to Muscatine. 3rd and short now for the River Kings. Receiver split right and left in I formation. Give again to Hart. He fights for the first down and stood up by a handful of Wildcat tacklers, but he has enough for the first down just beyond the 30-yard line. Just underway here at Brady Street Stadium, Davenport North and Clinton. Clinton on their first possession of the football game for either team. I formation now for the River Kings from their own 30-yard line. Mishandled snap there. So the quarterback will take the football himself. It would be John Bowser. No gain. So 2nd and 10 from the 30-yard line. Just 2 minutes into this first quarter of play. Clinton splits receivers right and left, I formation. Bowser a long count there, and some movement along the line. Another mishandle of the snap by Bowser, and he's dropped for a loss back to the 29-yard line. Loss of a yard on the play. Leaves 3rd and 11 now for the River Kings. 2 mishandled snaps on this series of downs. Justin Harper making the tackle for Davenport North. As that's 2 straight snaps that quarterback Bowser's mishandled on this series of downs. 3rd and 11 from the 29-yard line for the River Kings. Bowser takes the snap, much better this time. He looks to throw on 3rd down. He's going to take it himself, get across the 36-yard line, where he's tackled by Zach Wilson for Davenport North. It's going to leave the River Kings with 4th down at their own 36-yard line. About 4 or 5 yards short of the first down, so Clinton will punt the football. North sends Josh Santoro and Corey Overton back to receive this punt. And there's the punt. And it go out of bounds at the North 33-yard line with 8:09 left to go here first quarter in this scoreless football game. So Davenport North starts 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line. Their first possession of tonight's football game. We'll see what North can do. They split Jesse McCauley to the near side. I formation. There's a give on first down. Nice pickup beyond the 35-yard line to the 39. On the carry for Davenport North is Javen Lovelady, 6'2", 235, and a senior. Leaves the Wildcats with 2nd and 4 at their own 39-yard line. I formation for Davenport North. Pitch back. Again, that's to Lovelady. Flag comes in on the play as he just gets beyond the 45 to the 46. See what the flag's all about. Holding against Davenport North. That'll back them up 10 yards. So negate the first down. 7:33 left to go here first quarter, no score. The referee giving Clinton their options on this play, on this penalty, and they'll back it up to the 33-yard line. So it's one of those spot of the foul penalties. So it now leaves the Wildcats with 2nd and 10 at their own 33-yard line. Another stoppage of play here. Now we're ready to resume play. Not sure what the stoppage was for there, but ready to get play back underway here at Brady Street Stadium on 2nd and 10. There's a give to Lovelady between the tackles, just beyond the 35-yard line to about the 37.
Picks up 3 yards on the play. Ball's out to the 37-yard line.
On the tackle there for Clinton was Jay Figgins. 3rd and long for the Wildcats at their own 37-yard line. I formation. Let's see if the Wildcats throw here. No, they'll pitch it back to Lovelady. He'll go off tackle there to the 40-yard line. It's going to bring up 4th down, and I believe the Wildcats are going to be having to punt. So let's get this punt here. Andrew Jugan on the tackle for Clinton on that last play. River Kings send Sean Bennett back to receive this punt from Justin Harper, but instead calling for a fair catch is Luke Miller for the River Kings. So the River Kings start 1st and 10 at their own 20, about their own 29-yard line with 6:19 left to go here first quarter of the scoreless football game. From Fox Sports Radio 1230, I'm Mike Colquitt, bringing you MAC football from Brady Street Stadium, the Clinton River Kings, and the Davenport North Wildcats. 1st and 10 for the River Kings at their own 29-yard line. I formation. Bowser takes a snap, handoff to Hart. And I tell you what, Davenport North doing a pretty good job here on that first possession, and now so far in the second possession of containing Kevin Hart as he loses a yard back to the 28-yard line. 2nd and 11, tackle for North by Justin Harper. Receiver split right and left, I formation on 2nd and 11 for the Kings. Showing blitz is North. Pass on 2nd down the far sideline. Almost intercepted. Almost intercepted by Josh Santoro. Pass was intended for Lionel Bassett for Clinton. Now it's 3rd and 11 for the River Kings at their own 28-yard line. Of course, the irony of this game is the coach for Clinton is the former coach of Davenport North, Mark Bloom. Skip Eckhart is now the coach for the Wildcats. 3rd and 11 from the 28-yard line. Bowser looks to throw. Screen pass set up to Kevin Hart. He's across the 30 and to the 37-yard line. Tackle made there for Davenport North by Kyle Posey. A few yards shy of the first down, 4th down, so the River Kings will punt. Aaron Kester is the punter for the River Kings. Santoro and Overton to receive this punt. Overton gets it at the 28-yard line. He's got some room to run, but he stood up at the 40-yard line and tackled. Making the tackle for Clinton is Seamus Wilkerson. So Davenport North on their second possession has it 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line with 4:52 left to go here first quarter in a scoreless football game. Been a defensive stand so far here. Davenport North still looking for their first down of this game. Clinton has 1 first down. I formation for the Wildcats. There's a razzle-dazzle play. First to Lovelady, now to Overton. And he's still on his feet, finally tackled just beyond the 45-yard line to the 48. Making the tackle for the River Kings is Fernandez Rivers. A pickup of 6 yards on the play to the 47-yard line. 2nd and 4 coming up now for the Wildcats. I formation. Oh, there's a fumble as the quarterback went to pitch it back, and looks like Davenport North, well, did they? The ball still was free. The quarterback, Tom Haldeman, went to pitch it back to a running back, and nobody was there. Fumbled, and Clinton has recovered, making the fumble recovery for for the River Kings. We'll get that. That was the quarterback, Bowser, on the fumble recovery. So John Bowser makes the fumble recovery, and Clinton has it 1st and 10 in good field position at the North 35-yard line with 4:18 left to go here. First quarter, no score. High formation. Twin receivers near side for the River Kings. Bowser looks to throw. Pass is caught by Hart. He juggled it a little bit, and he gets down inside the 25-yard line to the 22, where he's tackled by Shane Loff, and it's a River King first down. That's a misfortunate situation for Davenport North. The quarterback, Tom Haldeman, went to pitch it back, and the running back had already swept beyond there, and the ball was up for grabs, and the River Kings recovered it. Now Clinton has it 1st and 10, just outside the Wildcat 22-yard line. Single setback, and Kevin Hart. Last week, Clinton was 9 of 15 passing as a team. They look to throw here on first down. Instead, Bowser will keep it, and he's spun down at the 25-yard line by Ron Wildermuth. A loss of a couple of yards. Back to the 24-yard line, 2nd and 12 coming up now for the Clinton River Kings. Clock running just beyond 3 minutes to go here first quarter, no score. Bowser under center, high formation, twin receivers near side. Bowser, oh, he's met in the backfield on the keeper, and coming up to stick Bowser was Cliff Hare, 6'1", 285, and a sophomore. Drops Bowser for a loss back to the 29-yard line. Loss of 5 yards on the play. 3rd and 17 coming up now for the River Kings. Nice defensive play there by Cliff Hare. Receiver split right and left I formation. On 3rd and 17 for the River Kings at the Wildcat 29-yard line. Bowser rolls near side to throw, looking down far sideline toward the end zone. Pass incomplete. It was intended for Lionel Bassett. Coverage on that play was provided by both Kyle Posey and Mac Sheedy, and it's 4th down for the River Kings, and they're in 4-down territory here at the 29-yard line on 4th and 17, so they'll go for it. They substituted a few players in and out, though. Gonna be interesting to see if they can get this play off. This is seems like they've been taking quite a bit of time in between here, but let's see what happens. Twin receivers near side I formation for the River Kings on 4th down. They do get the snap off. Bowser's going to be sacked. No, he'll lose a sack. Pass is incomplete. Intended for Kevin Hart, but even had he caught it, Kyle Posey was right there for the Davenport North defense to make the stop, and they would not have picked up the 1st down anyway. So the North Wildcats stand after that fumble, that turnover, and they'll take over on downs, 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line. So the Wildcats dodge a bullet on that one. 1st and 10 from the 30. 2:08 left to go here, first quarter, no score. From Fox Sports Radio 1230, I'm Mike Hoquit. Davenport North taking on the Clinton River Kings. And there's a give on 1st down between the tackles. On the carry for North is Nick Rashall. Pick up 5 yards to the 35-yard line, 2nd and 5. Coming up for the Wildcats, clock running, just under 2 minutes to go here, first quarter.
Will the band refrain from playing while the game is going on? They cannot hear the calls.
I formation. And there's a give on 2nd down and very close to a 1st down for the North Wildcats is Rochelle, and it is a North Scott 1st down, their initial 1st down of this football game. It comes with 1:35 left to go here in this first quarter. 1st and 10 for the Wildcats at their own 40-yard line. There's a give, and again Rochelle on the carry to the 45-yard line.
Stop was made by Shevlin of the River Kings.
Steve Shevlin on the tackle for Clinton. Now 2nd down and 5 for the Wildcats at their own 45-yard line. Rochelle on the carry again. Making the tackle for Clinton is Jay Figgins. Going to be 3rd and 3 now for the Wildcats at their own 47-yard line. Under a minute to go here, first quarter. This may be the last play of the first quarter. There's a pitch back to Lovelady, off tackle run, and he's seeking the midfield marker, very close. He needs to get to midfield for the 1st down. It's going to bring up about 4th. Whoa, they may have to measure this one. There's 20.9 seconds left to go first quarter, and they're going to measure this. He needed to get to the 50, and I think he may have made it there. We'll have to see for sure. Lovelady on the carry. They needed 3 yards. I'll stretch the chains out here and see. Or it's going to be 4th down, one of the two. It's 4th down, just a little bit short of the 1st down.
Just short of the 1st down.
I think they can resume the clock here. Just really short. They can resume the clock here, and that'll give Davenport North the quarter break to make a decision on what they want to do here. Now the clock hasn't started running yet. Now it has, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Again, they can let the clock run out here and make a 4th down decision. Instead, there's going to be a quarterback sneak by the quarterback, Tom Haldeman, and he gets beyond midfield into Clinton territory for a 1st down at the River King 48-yard line with 12.6 seconds left to go here, 1st quarter. First and 10 for the Wildcats at the River King 48-yard line. There's a pitch back to Rochelle on the last play here of this 1st quarter, and he's going to be dropped for a loss back to midfield. Making the tackle for the Clinton River Kings is Alex Telford. So 1 quarter is complete here at Brady Street Stadium. We have a score of the Clinton River Kings 0 and the Davenport North Wildcats 0. This is high school football from Brady Street Stadium. Set to begin the 2nd quarter of play. Davenport North has it 2nd and 12 at midfield. Play action pass for Haldeman, and he had a receiver but overshoots him. That was Brandon Smith, the intended receiver, so it's going to leave 3rd and long for Davenport North. Just underway here, 2nd quarter of play. On Fox Sports Radio 1230, I'm Mike Coquit. Davenport North against Clinton. Thursday night football from Brady Street Stadium. 3rd and long for the Wildcats right at the midfield marker. They need to get to the 38-yard line of Clinton. Haldeman looks to throw. He may have to take it himself. He does. And he's going to be wrapped down by Padraic O'Shea for Clinton. Yeah, there's a flag on the play, holding against Davenport North. That was a 2-yard gain, so look for a decline penalty here by Clinton. It would leave 4th and long for the Wildcats. Again, holding the call. It's declined, so it's 4th down. The River Kings elect to take the play. That was a gain of 3, and right now, North is about 10 yards short of the 1st down marker. So Harper comes in to punt. To receive this for Clinton is Sean Bennett. Bennett will get it at the 16-yard line, make that the 11, and return it to the 18-yard line. Tackle made by Ron Wildermuth for Davenport North. You'd have to say so far, at least after what happened with that turnover situation with Davenport North, the Wildcats are winning the field position in this football game. Clinton has to start this drive here at their own 18-yard line. Make that their own 19. Bowser, the quarterback, under center. He'll throw here on 1st down to the near side. Pass. Well, there's going to be a loss on that play. Up to make the tackle is Posey. Pass caught by Aaron Kester. So a loss of a yard on that play back to the 18-yard line. 2nd and 11 coming up here for the River Kings. A minute into the 2nd quarter, no score. Second and 11 for the River Kings at their own 18-yard line, I formation. North. Oh man, give to the fullback, Dan Peters, and he stood up at the line of scrimmage and driven down. Making the tackle for the Wildcats is Andre Hearn. No gain on the play. Ball resting at the 18-yard line, so 3rd and 11 coming up for Clinton. Neither team can get anything going offensively here, even when the River Kings had good field position following a Davenport North turnover. Bowser looks to throw under some pressure. He's going to be sacked back inside the 10-yard line to the 8. On the sack for Davenport North is Evan Bond, 5'4". That's right, 5'4", 145. And a junior. He may be short, but he came up big on that play. 4th down, and Clinton has to punt. They'll be punting in their own end zone. Kester punting in his own end zone. Davenport North should get good field position. Overton and Santoro to receive this. Santoro gets it at the Clinton 40-yard line. Looks for room to run. He has a wall there. He's across the 30. He's still on his feet. And he's finally out of bounds just inside the 15-yard line to the 14. So Davenport North has excellent field position to do something here. And that's what it's coming down to, a special teams play, it looks like here, to try and make a difference, to try to break this scoreless tie with 9:07 left to go here in this first half. Nice return by Josh Santoro for the Wildcats. There's a give to Lovelady. He goes off guard, close to the 10-yard line, making the tackle for the River Kings there. Curtis Henschel. 2nd and about 6 yards coming up here for the Wildcats. Make that 2nd and 7 from the 11-yard line. The Wildcats did not score last week against Muscatine, so they're looking for their first points of the season. A give to Lovelady again. Not much there this time. Making the tackle for the Wildcats is Wilkerson. Ball resting at the 11-yard line. 3rd and 7. Be interesting to see what North does here if they don't get the first down on 3rd down. I formation. There's a pitch back to Rashal, and there's a flag on the play, though. Illegal motion against the Wildcats, so that'll back them up 5 yards. Now it really makes it interesting what you do here on 3rd down and potentially 4th down. They could take the play, but I don't think they're going to do that because the ball right now would be at the 7-yard line, and North would only be 3 yards short of the first down, so they'll back it up back to the 16-yard line. 3rd and 12 now coming up for the Wildcats. Straight up 8 minutes to go here in this first half. No score. There's a pass, quick slant, incomplete. And the pass was intended for Shelton. So it falls incomplete now, 4th down. And it looks like we're going to see the T coming in, and we're going to see a field goal attempt here. Davenport North trying to get their first points on the board. This will be a 32-yard field goal attempt by Tom Haldeman. The hold by Santoro. The kick is up, and he splits the uprights. It's good, and we have our first points on the board with 7:46 left to go here in this first half. A 32-yard field goal by Tom Haldeman makes it Davenport North 3 and the Clinton River Kings 0 here at Brady Street Stadium. Ready to resume play here following that 32-yard field goal by Tom Haldeman. Davenport North to kick it off. Haldeman to kick it off. I'm Mike Coquit from Fox Sports Radio 1230. Glad to be bringing you this high school football game from Brady Street Stadium. And a fumble on the kickoff return, finally picking it up and getting run down at the 23-yard line was a Clinton River King, and on that return was Nick Carpentier. 1st and 10 for the River Kings at their own 23-yard line. Another stoppage of play here. In fact, they may be letting the two teams have a rest for the heat. So with 7:41 left to go here, it's Davenport North 3 and Clinton 0. With the way the weather forecast is looking, this is about the only game this weekend to be played under heat conditions, and that's what happened there. They took a break. So we resume play, 1st and 10 for the River Kings at their own 23-yard line. There's a give to Kevin Hart. He's beyond the 30-yard line to the 32. Oh, we have a flag, though, on the field back at the 24-yard line, and holding against Clinton. So that backs up the River Kings 10 yards. A reminder, you can hear high school football live on the air on the radio on Talk Radio 1420. WOC every Friday night, the MAC Game of the Week with Pete Ivanek and John Furlong and myself, Mike Hookwood. Moline Maroon High School football every Friday night on Fox Sports Radio 1230. Also, 1270 WKBF has the Rock on the Rocks on a weekly basis. So from the 14-yard line, 1st and 18, that was one of those spot of the foul penalties against Clinton for holding. I formation. There is a pitch back to Kevin Hart, and he goes off tackle to the 16-yard line. Picks up a couple of yards. Still going to leave a 3rd and long for Clinton here with 7 minutes left to go here, first half. Davenport North leading 3-0 following a 32-yard field goal by Tom Haldeman. That was the first points scored this season by Davenport North. The River Kings last week put 33 points on against the West Falcons. And there's a give. That's to the fullback, Dan Peters. Peters beyond the 30-yard line to the 34 for a River King first down. And also, if you notice, there's been a change at quarterback for the Clinton River Kings. In there right now is Sam Kroyman. John Bowser was the starting quarterback, but now Kroyman is in there for the River Kings. Kroyman, 6 foot, 180, and a junior. 1st and 10 for Clinton at their own 34-yard line. Pitch back to Hart. He sweeps, no gain though. Posey on the tackle for the Wildcats. 2nd and 10. Coming up for Clinton. Clock continues to run, halfway complete here in the second quarter. Second and 10 coming up for the River Kings at their own 34-yard line. And there's a give to Hart. He breaks through the line of scrimmage as somebody loses a shoe out there. In fact, that was Hart who lost his shoe. Hart gets the football up to the 42-yard line, and it's going to be 3rd and short coming up now for the River Kings. The River Kings been having a hard time getting that football moving tonight. Third and about 2 yards to go for a first down, I formation. Again, a give to Hart. He'll get the first down. He's beyond the 45-yard line to the 47.
Carries the ball over the 45 to the 47-yard line.
Making the tackle for the Wildcats is Zach Wilson, 6'2", 200, and a junior.
Stop for the Wildcats.
First and 10 for the River Kings at their own 47-yard line. A player is down for the River Kings. So while they attend to him, a reminder, 4:48 left to go here in the first half. Davenport North leading Clinton 3-0. Ready to resume play here. Alex Telford was the injured player for Clinton. 6'2", 26, and a senior. First and 10 for the River Kings at their own 47-yard line. There's misdirection play given to the fullback Peters. He stood up though and wrapped down. First one there for Davenport North was Leon Gales. Looks like he's actually going to get a yard or two, make that 3 yards on forward progress to the 50-yard line. So second and, we'll call it 2nd and 8 because the ball's resting at the 50-yard line. The River Kings need to get to the 42 of North. There's a give between the tackles to Kevin Hart.
Stop by Shane Hull for the Wildcats.
Spotted down at the 47-yard line of North. Third and about 5 yards to go for a first down. And if you notice as well, we mentioned the change at quarterback. Since the new quarterback has come into the game, we've not seen Clinton throw the football. Let's see if they do it here on third and about 5 yards to go from the North 47-yard line. There we go, rolling out near side. The pass is caught, and is Peters down the near sideline, out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Correction on the runner. That was Steve Shovelin. Kroyman.
Knocked out of bounds by Tom Posey, 27-yard line.
Completes that pass. First and 10 for the Kings at the Wildcat 27-yard line. Kroyman, the quarterback. On first and 10, he looks to throw again. He has Shovelin again. Pass in and out of his hands, incomplete. Coverage provided by Posey. 2nd and 10 coming up for Clinton. 2:44 left to go here first half. The Davenport North Wildcats leading Clinton 3-0. Stoppage of play here. We're going to switch footballs maybe. Oh no, a warning to the Davenport North players. They're beyond the boundary line. So they warned them. They'll move them back inside that white line right there. Otherwise, they can call them for a delay a game or unsportsmanlike conduct penalty if they go over that line too many times. Oh, fumble. Shovelin falls on it, though, for the River Kings. However, they do gain a yard, but it's going to leave 3rd and long for Clinton at the Wildcat 26-yard line. A lot of heat and humidity in the air tonight, and that's going to make that football slippery. There's no doubt about that. I formation for the River Kings from the 26-yard line on 3rd and long. They look to throw, going toward the end zone, wide open, touchdown, Clinton. Good for 26 yards out. And on the touchdown reception, Luke Miller, 5'9", 135 and a junior from Sam Kroyman. Pair of juniors hooking up on that play. A minute 56 left to go here. 6-3 is the score. The River Kings will now attempt the extra point. And to attempt it is Sam Kroyman. Kick's gonna be wide, isn't it? Yes, wide right. No good, so it's 6-3 in favor of Clinton with a minute 56 left to go here first half at Brady Street Stadium. Back here at Brady Street Stadium, Clinton set to kick this off. A minute 56 left to go here in this first half. The River Kings now leading 6-3 after a 26-yard touchdown pass from Kroyman to Luke Miller. Mishandled of the football, but Rashal will return it. Uh-oh, he's down the far sideline and out of bounds at the 47-yard line. He mishandled the kick at first and sort of used that for his advantage as the River King kickoff defense team sort of over pursued that and allowed Rashal to return it to the 45-yard line for the Wildcats. A minute 46 left to go here, first half. Looks like the Wildcats will work out a shotgun formation. Haldeman looks to throw. He's going to take it himself and get beyond the 45 to the 46, making the tackle for Clinton is Josh Mussman. 2nd and 9 coming up for the Wildcats. Nice job by Haldeman to make something out of nothing on that play. Shotgun formation again for the Wildcats. Clinton showing blitz. And this time Haldeman's going to go down back inside the 40 to the 36-yard line, and making the sack was the player who was blitzing, Dan Peters. He shot right through there on the blitz and wrapped and threw Haldeman down to the ground, back to the 37-yard line. Now keep in mind, Clinton, or make that north, needs to get to the Clinton 45-yard line. Timeout has been called by the Clinton River Kings with a minute 1 second left to go here, and the River Kings leading 6-3 here from Brady Street Stadium. After the timeout, it's 3rd and 18 for the Wildcats at their own 37-yard line. They need to get to the River King 44. Shotgun formation again for Haldeman. Pass down midfield. Almost intercepted by Sean Bennett. Ball falls incomplete, and it's 4th and long for the Wildcats, so they'll send in Harper to punt. The interesting thing about it, I'm going to say Clinton doesn't have anybody back, but now they do. They send Miller back, Luke Miller. There's a snap. The punt, nice rush though by Clinton. Miller gets it at his own 32-yard line. He runs into his own man and he's knocked back for a loss back to the 27-yard line. Corey Overton makes the tackle for the Wildcats back inside the 25, make that inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 45 seconds left to go here first half. The River Kings leading 6-3. Line of scrimmage for the River Kings at their own 28-yard line. See if they're going to try and put some more points on the board here before these 45 seconds are wrapped up. High formation for the River Kings. A draw play to Hart. Hart gets beyond the 30 to the 31-yard line. Tackle made by Andre Hearn. Clock is running.
Justin Harper on the tackle.
2nd and 7. It's not so much downs and yards to go that we're worried about here. Looking at more the clock. 20 seconds left to go. Pitch back to Hart again. Down along the far sideline. Just about to the 35-yard line. Out of bounds. Stops the clock with 12 seconds left to go. Line of scrimmage is at the River King 34-yard line. 3rd down. On 3rd down. There's a give to the fullback, and that's going to be the last play of our first half. That's shoveling on the carry. 4th down, and Davenport North takes a timeout with 6.2 seconds left to go here first half. Our score, the Clinton River Kings 6 and the Davenport North Wildcats 3. Okay, 4th down. Clinton's actually going to go for it here with 6 seconds left to go on 4th and short. Are they going to try to draw them off sides? No, they're actually going to go for it. There's a give to Hart. And he gets beyond the 42-yard line as time expires here in the first half. So 1 half is complete. The Clinton River Kings score on a 26-yard touchdown pass from their quarterback, Sam Kroyman, to Luke Miller. The extra point no good, 6-0. And also Davenport North has a field goal, a 32-yarder from Tom Haldeman. Our score at halftime, the Clinton River Kings 6 and the Davenport North Wildcats 3. Ready to get the second half underway. I'm Mike Coquit from Fox Sports Radio 1230. Clinton leading 6-3 will kick it off to Davenport North. And to kick it off is Sam Kroyman for the River Kings. And we're back underway. A bouncing ball, that's a free ball. It goes into the end zone, and that makes it an automatic touchback since it was not touched by a member from the Davenport North Wildcats. So 1st and 10 for North at their own 20-yard line. North did score first tonight on a 32-yard field goal by Tom Haldeman to make it 3-0, and then Clinton responded on a 26-yard touchdown pass from Sam Kroyman to Luke Miller. The extra point was wide right, so we're at 6-3 as we begin the second half of play. On 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line, on the carry for the Wildcats is Davis. Ezekiel Davis on the carry. Gain of 4 yards on the play. 2nd and 6 coming up. Fernandez Rivers on the tackle for the River Kings. There's a give. Lovelady between the tackles, gets beyond the 25-yard line to the 28, a couple of yards short of the first down, leaves 3rd and 2. Low scoring game here tonight. Third and 2 for the Wildcats at their own 28-yard line. There's a give to Rashal. He gets between the tackles. He's going down the far sideline into River King territory and finally tackled at the 42-yard line by Andrew Jugan. Nice game by Rashal. And we have an official's timeout as a player lost his shoe. That was Jesse McCauley for the Wildcats. So 1st and 10 for Davenport North at the Clinton 41-yard line. Gain of about 30 yards on that previous play. Again, a give to Rashal. Gets inside the 40-yard line to the 37. Now they'll spot it down at the 38, so a gain of 3 yards on the play. Well, actually a 2-yard gain, so now it's going to be 2nd and about 8 yards to go from the 38-yard line. The Wildcats need to get to the River King 30. And between the tackles and picking up some chunky yards there for the Wildcats is Rashal. 1st and 10 for the Wildcats at the River King 29-yard line. Oh, Lovelady gets the handoff, and he's met at the line of scrimmage, though, but falls forward for some yards to the 27-yard line. Gain of 3. Gain of 2, rather. 2nd and 8 coming up. Just under 10 minutes left to go here, 3rd quarter. The River Kings lead the Wildcats 6-3. 2nd and 8. Handoff, quick handoff between the tackles. The fullback, Dan Andreessen, inside the 25 to the 24-yard line. Gain of 3 yards on the play. Leaves 3rd and 5 for the Wildcats. Peters on the tackle for Clinton defensively. This is the full moon rising above Brady Street Stadium. Between the tackles, Lovelady inside the 15 to the 12-yard line, and a Davenport North first down. The Wildcats have come out here in this second half of play and moving the football down the field. They've had the football so far the first 3 minutes and 19 seconds of this second half. 1st and 10 for the Wildcats at Clinton's 13-yard line. Again, a give to Lovelady between the tackles. He's fighting for yardage down close to the 5-yard line.
Lovelady picks up 5 yards on the carry.
Going to leave second down and about 3 yards to go for a first down. Another play like that, though, and Lovelady will be into the end zone. Second down, give to Lovelady between the tackles. There was a hold there for a brief second, then it closed up. Lovelady inside the 5 to about the 4. A couple of yards short of the first down. They'll spot it actually down at the 5, so he's 3 yards short of the first down. Third down coming up for the Wildcats. Third and short for Davenport North at the 5. Pitch back. That's to Lovelady between the tackles, fighting for the goal line. Going to be short of that, but he will pick up a first down, so it's going to be first and goal for the Wildcats. As the Davenport North crowd gets into it, first and goal for the Wildcats at the 2. So far, the River Kings have no answer for Javen Lovelady, 6'2", 235, and a senior on this possession. The Wildcats have had the football for nearly 5 minutes. There's a quarterback sneak by Haldeman, and is he in? No, he's about a yard, about a pinch short of the goal line. So it's second and about a foot. Obviously, Davenport North has found something between the tackles on Clinton's defense. They've been going that entire direction this half, and Haldeman's in this time, I believe. Touchdown, Davenport North from a yard out. And North has taken a 9-6 lead. Nice little drive there. Actually, I shouldn't say nice little. A nice drive altogether by the Wildcats. They've eaten up 5 minutes and 25 seconds off the clock. Haldeman will attempt the extra point. He's right down central with that, and it's a 10-6 Davenport North Wildcat lead over the Clinton River Kings with 6:35 left to go here in the third quarter of play. Haldeman now to kick it off for Davenport. Get the game back underway. 6:35 left to go, third quarter, 10-6 Wildcats. There's the kick. And from the 2-yard line across the 5. And on the return for the River Kings is Kevin Hart. 23-yard return to the 25-yard line. Again, a very impressive possession for Davenport North to start out this second half of play. They drove that football right down the field, right between the tackles almost on every play to take a 10-6 lead. Now here are the River Kings, their first possession of the second half. Let's see if this turns out to be a shootout. No scoring in the first half, hardly. Now we'll probably see a ton of points here in the second half. There's the give to Hart between the tackles. Not much there. Picks up 2 yards to the 32-yard line. Leaves the River Kings with second down and 8. Second and 8 coming up for the River Kings at their own 27-yard line. There's the quarterback, Kroyman, to throw down the far sideline. Pass is caught just beyond the 40 to the 41. Kester on the catch for the River Kings and a first down.
Bowser's pass is complete to Eric Custer.
The ball at the 42-yard line.
Now Posey made the stop for the Wildcats.
High formation for the River Kings on 1st and 10. Oh, fumble. Hart had the ball in his chest, came loose, and the Wildcats have recovered. And making the fumble recovery for the Wildcats, Kenny Faust, 6 foot 210 and a senior, and Davenport North sitting in good shape at the River King 37-yard line, especially after what we saw in their first possession here of the second half. 5:17 left to go here, third quarter. Wildcats leading 10-6. In between the tackles again is Rashal inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Picks up 9 yards on the carry.
And again, it appears that Davenport North has found something in the interior of the Clinton defensive line that they can work on. That's where all the yardage is coming from here in the second half. From the 28-yard line on 2nd and 1. Again, between the tackles. Rochelle inside the 25 to about the 20. And a Wildcat first down.
Stop was made by Bennett.
The Wildcat, we have a stoppage in play, an official's timeout. Let's see what the stoppage of play is for here. Oh, we have an equipment problem with one of the players. Looks like somebody's lost a belt. So while that's being taken care of, we can get back to play. First and 10 from the 21-yard line. There's the give to Rochelle between the tackles inside the 15. Now the marker right at the 15-yard line, and every time between the tackles in this second half, seems like Davenport North's been picking up at least 5 and as much as 10 yards on each play. 2nd and 4 from the 15-yard line. Rochelle between the tackles again. They're just going to keep going there until the well runs dry. Inside the 10 to the 9-yard line, and a Wildcat first down, 1st and goal coming up. First and goal from the 9. Davenport North leading 10-6, looking to add some more to that 4-point lead. Give to Rochelle again between the tackles inside the 5 to the 3. It's these quick hitting plays too. And there you see it, 2nd and goal from the 3 now. And right now Clinton just has no way of stopping Davenport North. They are just getting the surge there on the offensive line and going right between the tackles. There's a quarterback sneak of Haldeman. He's fighting for it. He's into the end zone. Well, or did his knee touchdown first? They're saying a knee touchdown first before the goal line, so it's going to be 3rd and short, 3rd and goal. Well, I would imagine they're going to go right back to that same play again. Now, first we'll have a timeout called by Davenport North. Timeout with 2:48 left to go here, third quarter. It's Davenport North 10 and Clinton 6. Here we go, third and goal from inside the 1 for the Wildcats as they look to extend a 4-point lead. Right now it's 10-6. Let's see if they go back to that quarterback sneak. There it is again, Haldeman. I don't think he got it though. Unless a second surge, yes it does. The second surge gets Haldeman into the end zone, and it's now a 10-point Davenport North Wildcat lead with 2:43 left to go as for the second time tonight, Tom Haldeman scores on a quarterback sneak. Now the extra point. Josh Santoro to hold. Haldeman to attempt it. And he splits the uprights. It's good. 2:43 left to go here in the third quarter. It's Davenport North 17 and the Clinton Wildcats 6. Kevin Hart back to receive this kick from Tom Haldeman as the Wildcats at Davenport North lead 17-6 with 2:43 left to go third quarter. From Fox Sports Radio 1230, Mike Coquit. Hart mishandles that kick, but he gets it at the 10. He's across the 15 to the 20-yard line. A reminder, you can catch high school football on the radio on the Quad City radio group of stations every Friday night. 1270 WKBF has the Rock Island Rocks. Fox Sports Radio 1230 has the Moline Maroons. And Talk Radio 1420 WOC has the MAC Game of the Week. From the 21-yard line, the River Kings have it 1st and 10. They need to get something going on this possession, especially with the way Davenport North has been moving the football offensively here in the third quarter. There's a pass, almost intercepted. Kroyman's pass almost intercepted. See who had got their hands on that football. We'll get that for you here momentarily. Like Posey was the man with that with his hand on that football. Second and 10 now for the River Kings at their own 21-yard line. The River Kings do not want to go 3 and out and give North that football right back after their defense been on the field almost all game long. A wobbly pass. I think that was hit as he was throwing, and that was intended for Luke Miller. 3rd and 10. Because the thing is, these two incomplete passes have only run off 16 seconds off the clock. Now it's 3rd and 10, and Clinton's almost going to have to pass. And they were just on defense 16 seconds ago. Receiver split to the near side and to the far side. Single setback is Kevin Hart. Kroyman looks to throw, pass is batted up and complete. And it's 4th down. And Clinton has to punt. Again, they only ran 21 seconds off the clock on that possession. And now the River Kings have to turn around and play defense. Right now, obviously, the momentum totally on the Wildcats side here in the second half. They trailed 6-3 at halftime. They now lead 17-6 with just a bit over 2 minutes to go. Oh, low snap. They do get it off. And catching it at the 47-yard line, returning it. That's Overton. He's inside the 30, and he's tumbled out of bounds at the 23-yard line. And Davenport North is sitting in great field position for the second straight time. I tell you what, Clinton is just digging themselves into a hole here. especially with the way Davenport North has been running the football between the tackles. 2 or 3 plays, they'll be into the end zone again if the first 2 possessions are any indication. And on the carry there is Dan Andreessen inside the 15 to the 14-yard line. He picks up 8 yards on the carry. 2nd and 2 coming up. Second and a couple now for North at the Clinton 14-yard line. There's a give to Lovelady between the tackles. He's inside the 10 to the 9. You see Coach Merv Hebenick, longtime Bettendorf Bulldog coach. He's sending in the plays for the Wildcats. First and goal from the 9. Give to Lovelady between the tackles. He's inside the 5. They'll probably spot it down at the 5. 2nd and goal from the 5. There's just a simple case that the Davenport North Wildcat offensive line is just winning this battle right now. They have just, especially another thing is Clinton's defense is wore down. Again, they only had the ball for 21 seconds on their last possession. There's Lovelady between the tackles. He stood up and driven down at the 4-yard line. Shoveling on the tackle for Clinton defensively. Clock running, under a minute here to go, 3rd quarter. Wildcats leading 17-6. And the season opener, Clinton beat Davenport West 33-18. They're down here 17-6. Give to Lovelady. Is he in? He's seeking the goal line. He's going to be about a yard short. And that's probably going to be our last play of this 3rd quarter. And when we resume play, it's going to be 4th and goal from the 1 as time expires here in the 3rd quarter. 3 quarters complete. It's Davenport North 17 and the Clinton River Kings 6. And this is high school football from Brady Street Stadium. Start of the 4th quarter. I'm Mike Coca from Fox Sports Radio 1230. Davenport North has it 4th and goal from the 1, and obviously they're going for it. Let's see if Tom Haldeman tries his 3rd quarterback sneak touchdown of the game. Here we go. He'll take it himself. He did not make it. Haldeman did not make it. He comes up about, oh boy, I'd say about half foot short. So Clinton will take over on downs with 11:56 left to go in this football game. The River Kings trail 17-6. The good news, the River Kings stopped Davenport North. The bad news is they're sitting at their own half-yard line, if even that. $11:56 left to go here in the football game. Clinton 1st and 10. Okay, you got to be very careful here. They can't turn it over anymore. They give on 1st down.
Bowser picks up 3 yards.
Actually, that's the quarterback on the keeper, Sam Kroyman, to the 4. Gain of 3. 2nd and 7 now coming up for the River Kings. From the 4. Kroyman under center. On 2nd down. Pitch back to Hart. He gets beyond the 5 to the 8-yard line. I tell you got to give credit to this Davenport North defense. They've done a wonderful job of keeping Kevin Hart in check here tonight for Clinton. Last week, Hart had 113 yards on 18 carries against Davenport West. He was last year's top rusher in the MAC Conference. 3rd and 3 from the 7. I formation for the River Kings. Kroyman looks to throw. Down near sideline, wobbly pass. Incomplete. Out of bounds. And it's 4th down for the River Kings. Kind of a questionable call there on 3rd and 3 at your own 7-yard line. You had the running game going a little bit there, and they decided to throw downfield. Nonetheless, the River Kings will punt. Aaron Kester to punt this, and the Wildcats setting up for good field position here with Josh Santoro and Corey Overton to receive this. There's the punt. Santoro gets it at the 36-yard line. He's got a wall set up. He's inside the 25 and tripped and down just inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. I tell you, this Davenport North Wildcat football team is fired up here in this second half of play. Just a change over, 10 minutes left to go here in this football game. And Davenport North leading 17-6. And the River King defense has their work cut out for them again. This entire, almost like the entire second half has been played in Clinton's territory. Give to Rashal. From the 16-yard line, he gets inside the 15 to the 14. Picks up 2 yards. 2nd and 8 coming up. I think the only time that the ball was in Davenport North territory is when Davenport North started the second half of play and moved the football up the field. 2nd down and 8 yards to go from the 14. There's a give to Shaw between the tackles. Inside the 5, down to the 4. 1st and goal for the Wildcats. 17-6, Wildcats leading with 9:24 left to go in the game. And they look to tack on to this 11-point lead. Haldeman under center, I formation there for the Wildcats. Give to Lovelady between the tackles into the end zone for a touchdown. And it's now 23-6 with 9:08 left to go here in the football game. And I tell you, Davenport North has come here tonight and in the second half really has put a number on the River Kings. Clinton's been playing defense way too long here. Oh, blocked. Extra point. So it's 23-6. Davenport North here with 9:08 left to go here in the football game from Brady Street Stadium. 9:08 left to go here in the football game. Davenport North leading 23-6. As they've scored 3 touchdowns here in the second half of play. They trailed 6-3 at halftime. There's the kickoff by Haldeman. And that's going to go out of bounds, and that's going to move the football up for Clinton. Again, the storyline of this game is the fact that Mark Bloom, the head coach of Clinton, had coached at Davenport North the last several years. Skip Eckhart took over for the Wildcats. And the Wildcats lead 23-6. Ball at the 35-yard line now.
Ball 35-yard line.
If Clinton wants to have any chance of winning this football game, they have to do something right now in this possession. Otherwise, it's going to be pretty much over with. 17-point deficit right now, and Davenport North has had no problem moving the football here in this second half. From the 35-yard line, there's the pass. Oh, in and out of the hands, incomplete by Lionel Bassett. The pass from Sam Kroyman. 2nd and 10 now from the 35-yard line. And again, only 4 seconds came off the clock on that play. Clinton's defense has just been on the field way too much here in the second half of play. They've been playing defense. A lot of these players are two-way players, and they've been playing on defense way too long here in the second half. 2nd and 10 from the 35. There's a give to Hart. He gets to the 39-yard line, gain of 4. 3rd and 6 now coming up. Again, Davenport North has done an excellent job here tonight containing Kevin Hart, who again is the returning, in fact, not just the returning, he was a top ground gainer in the MAC conference last year. And last week against Davenport West, he had 113 yards on 18 carries and a touchdown run. From the 39 on 3rd and 6. Let's see what the River Kings do here. Rolling near side is the quarterback. Pass is caught by Kester. Across midfield into Davenport North territory to the 48-yard line. Kroyman's pass. And if I'm not mistaken, that's the initial first down for the River Kings here in the second half of play. 1st and 10 for the River Kings at the Wildcat 48-yard line. You keep thinking this Kevin Hart's going to break out for a long run, but I tell you, Davenport North's Wildcats have done an excellent job defensively on Hart. There's a give to Hart between the tackles. He gets to the 46-yard line, picks up a couple of yards. It'll leave second now, and they're going to mark it at the 47, so a gain of a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up. Second and long. Just over 7 minutes left to go here in the football game. Davenport North leading 23-6. 2 touchdown runs by Tom Haldeman. A touchdown run for Javen Lovelady, and Haldeman has a field goal. Kroyman, the throw, hit as he throws. Pass is caught by Kester at the 40-yard line of the Wildcats. Gain of 7 yards on the play. About 3 yards short of a first down, 2 to 3 yards short of the first down. Clinton's scoring came on a 26-yard touchdown pass from Sam Kroyman to Luke Miller. The extra point went wide right, and that's how we're at 23-6 with just over 6 minutes to go here in the game. From the 40-yard line, 3rd and 2. The River Kings in Davenport North territory for the first time in the second half. Give to Kevin Hart to the 37-yard line. First down for the River Kings. Problem is, as long as they're running the football, the clock is running. It's a catch-22, trying to conserve time. But then again, if you conserve too much time and you go out on offense, you're back on defense right away. And that's, again, that can work two ways. From the 37-yard line, 1st and 10 for Clinton. Kroyman under some pressure. eludes that. He'll take it himself. He'll get inside the 35-yard line to about the 34.
Bowser picks up about 3 yards.
3-yard gain on that, 2nd and 7.
Shane Hall makes a stop for the Wildcats.
For the River Kings. An official's timeout.
Timeout.
And it looks like one of the players is going to be coming off the field. That would be Justin Harper for North. And to replace Harper will be Evan Bond. Second and 7 now. Kroyman stumbles as he takes the snap, but he'll roll out to throw. Pass is caught. And getting inside the 10 to the 7-yard line is Lionel Bassett. 6'5", 186, and a junior.
25-yard pass play.
And now Clinton has it 1st and goal at the 7-yard line. They trail by 17 points, 23-6. I'm assuming that if they do score here anyway, that Clinton will go for a 2-point conversion to try and cut it to 23-14, but they have to score first. Kevin Hart between the tackles inside the 5
4-yard line.
to the 4, gain of 3, 2nd and goal. Clock running under 5 to go in the game. I think right now time is on the side of Davenport North. Second down. Kroyman pitches it back to Hart. Hart will get into the end zone, virtually untouched, for the touchdown, and it's 23-12 with 4:30 left to go in the football game. Four-yard touchdown run. Kevin Hart now will see what they'll do. This should be a 2-point conversion because a 1 point will not do you much good. It'd be a 10-point differential. In fact, even a 2-point conversion is not going to do a whole lot of good because you're still 2 possessions behind. But they're going to go for the 2. Kroyman will take it himself, and he's going to get into the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and the deficit has been cut to 9. 4:30 left to go in the football game. It's the Davenport North Wildcats 23 and the Clinton River Kings 14. With 4:30 left to go here in the football game, you can see that Davenport North is getting set for an onside kick from Clinton. You can see they're setting up for it because the ball's on the hash mark and not on the X there on the 40-yard line. So they're going to set up for the onside kick by Kroyman. There it goes. Has to go 10 yards. It does, and it's recovered by Davenport North at the 49-yard line of North. And making that recovery is Kyle Ward, 5'11", 260, and a senior. 4:29 left to go. If Clinton has any chance of winning this football game, first they had to score there when it was 23-6. They did that. Now they almost need a 3-and-out by North, but North has not gone 3-and-out yet in this second half. There's a give to Rochelle. Across midfield into River King territory at the 48-yard line. Gain of 3 yards on the play. 2nd and 7. Well, 2nd and 8 coming up. And most importantly, the clock will be running. 2nd and 8 from the 48-yard line. Give to Rashal. Nothing there. It's 3rd and 8 now. And a flag comes out. I think some extracurricular activities right there going on took place. And let's see who gets assessed the penalty. Referees talking it over. Those are away from the play, those flags. Personal foul against North. It was away from the play that that occurred, and that's a 15-yard penalty. Or do they take the play? It would be either 2nd and 23 or 3rd and 8. And it's an interesting call here, but they're going to take the yards and make it 2nd down, and should be about 23 yards to go for the 1st down. They mark it at the 43. They're not bad, actually the 38. They mark it at the 38-yard line. So it's 3rd and 22. And Haldeman is sacked back inside the 35 to the 34. And I'm not, okay, I wonder how, because that must have been a loss of down, as there's a timeout called by Clinton. Clinton calls a timeout with 3:37 left to go in the football game. It's 23-14, Davenport North. Fourth down, North will punt with 3:37 left to go in the game. To punt this is Brandon Smith, almost blocked. And that's going to take a nice Davenport North bounce on the artificial surface to the 25-yard line with 3:27 left to go in the game. And the Davenport North Wildcats leading here 23-14. Keep in mind, Clinton needs 2 possessions because they trail by 9. So the River Kings offense comes out. On 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Kroyman, he's under pressure. He'll lose it though. He's on his feet still. He's beyond the 30. He's still going. And he's finally down at the 35-yard line. What could have been a sack for the Davenport North defense turns out to be a 1st down for the River Kings at the 36-yard line. Gain of 12. 1st and 10. Clock stops to move the chains with just over 3 minutes to go in the game. They wind the clock. 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. Kroyman looks to throw. Oh, fumble! He's hit, and it is recovered by Clinton at the 37-yard line. Making the fumble recovery for the River Kings is Kevin Creamer. Clock running though, 2:44 left to go, 2nd and long for the River Kings. The River Kings need 2 possessions to win. There's a give to Hart. And again, he goes nowhere. Kevin Hart has found the yardage really tough to pick up here. And making the tackle for the Wildcats is Andre Hearn. 3rd and long, and a timeout has been called. Timeout called by the Clinton River Kings with 2:16 left to go in the football game. It's Davenport North 23 and the Clinton River Kings 14. 3rd and 9 from the 37-yard line for the River Kings. They'll throw. Kroyman looks to pass. He's going to overshoot his intended receiver, Bassett. So it's now 4th down, and the River Kings have no choice but to go for it here with 2:09 left to go in the game and trailing 23-14. Again, the River Kings need 2 possessions in order to win this football game. From Fox Sports Radio 1230, I'm Mike Coquit. Glad to be bringing you high school football here from Brady Street Stadium between the River Kings and Wildcats. Here's the play of the game right here. 4th and long. Kroyman has some time to throw. He'll take it himself. He'll fight for the first down, and he may have gotten it. I think he stepped out of bounds about a yard short, though. I think he stepped out of bounds before the stick. And I believe North is going to take over on downs. Yes, they will. So a half a yard short of the first down or so. So North will take over. 2 minutes and 1 second left to go. The Wildcats lead 23-14. It's going to be a big win for Davenport North. They'll pick up their first win of the year. The River Kings will more than likely lose their first of the year. Just a matter of running out the clock. Rochelle between the tackles. But you have to like what Davenport North did out of the gates here in the second half. They marched that field right. They marched right down the field and were able to score. So a timeout with 1:49 left to go in the game, and Davenport North leading over Clinton 23-14. .149 left to go in the game, and Davenport North leading 23-14. Second down, give to Rochelle. Inside the 35 to the 34. And it's a first down. So it looks like Davenport North is going to leave Brady Street Stadium with the win. Score 23-14. There's a give on first down to Rochelle. This series of downs will pretty much run the clock out. The give on second down to the fullback, Andreessen, inside the 30. And that may very well be our last play of this game. Well, they may have to run one more play on third down, and there's 35 seconds left to go. But the Davenport North Wildcats are going to win this football game. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. As I said, Davenport North did a great job coming out of there in that second half and marching the football down the field. They consumed nearly half of the third quarter, and the Davenport North Wildcats offensive line took charge from there. And this game is over. And the Davenport North Wildcats have defeated the Clinton River Kings 23-14. The Davenport North Wildcats will improve to 1-1 on the season. The River Kings slipped to